Good afternoon, wonderful viewers and listeners. And here is our edition of the news bulletin with SS Media. Today, with us in the studio, we have the Standard newspaper with us. And here is our top stories. President Adam Barrow appointed new cybersecurity advisor. Top government critic reacted. The government reminded reconciliation impossible if impunity is not addressed. Those are our top news headlines. And now the news in detail. President Adam Barrow has appointed Suleiman Kamara honorary advisor on cybersecurity. Mr. Kamara is currently governing National People's Party new communication secretary. His appointment is effective 1st February. Contacted on his new appointment yesterday, Mr. Kamara said, "It is indeed a pleasure and privilege for the confidence His Excellency had in me, and I will measure up to the expectation. I will do my utmost best to advise the President professionally and to the best of my knowledge on the very fluid and dynamic cybersecurity threats nation-state face. I will advise him on APT, advanced persistent threat, and non-ethical hackings." Reactions commenting on the President's appointment of a cybersecurity advisor, a US-based Gambian criminologist specializing on law enforcement and national security crisis, Modu Lamin Faye, said, "The President has taken the right initiative in restoring security. A leader that accepts and appreciates constructive criticism and turns it into positivity to be better and lead with an open minded. To learn new ways to evolve is the kind of leader that I will give my respect and full support in whatever goal he or she wants to achieve. This kind of leader will also have a higher possibility to win his or her followers' heart and support. But nobody will respect and support a leader that let people surrounding him or her put personal interest ahead of the nation's best interest." Faye argued he commended the President for taking the right initiative to put Gambians where they belong by hiring a cybersecurity advisor to keep up with cyber crimes. As we all know that cyber crimes are one of the fastest growing crimes in the world, and the Gambia is not an exception for or immune from this threat. This shows that Barrow is now focusing on paving the way for generations to come, and finally showing both Macky Sall and former President Jammeh that he is the president of the country, and he is going to continue leading it with the best interest of the country and its people, he added. He congratulated Mr. Kamara and advised him in the process of doing his job to never forget why he is there and to always put the best interest of the country first, regardless of who it is, including Barrow. Never compromise the best interest of the country for Barrow and his new Bahal cabinet agenda. The country is still in vulnerable state, where therefore you are among the people that the Gambian people are relying on to build the new Gambia that we all are looking forward to. When we elected him in 2016 to bring the Gambian security in life with the national community, he added. He further argued Mr. Kamara to ensure that teamwork be a guiding principle for him, as it is very important, especially in his line of work. Therefore, I advise you to put whatever differences which include but not limited to your political view you may have aside. The form to form a collective collaboration with other departments like SIS, military and the police to work together and share intels. I will further advise you to create a safety net where information can easily reach all first emergency response in a timely manner. With the safety net in place, you all will be on the same page and have a higher probability to respond to emergencies and swiftly tackle any threat that the country might face. In other words, the success rate in involving crime will higher. Remember, will higher. Remember, we are all in this together, and you have our full support to so long you are looking out for the best interest of this country and its people, he stated. So, viewers, this is the report from the appointment of the cybersecurity advisor, and the government top critic, that is Mohamed Lamin Faye, reacted and congratulated the new person that is appointed as cybersecurity of the nation. Let's look at another story, and the story is written by Omar Ba. Next on our story, we have the government reminded reconciliation impossible if impunity is not addressed. Delivering a detailed but strong statement before judges, politicians, lawyers, and senior government officials at opening of the legal year on Sunday, the Gambia Bar Association president has said there cannot be a meaningful truth-seeking process, reconciliation, and healing in the absence of addressing impunity and the question of justice and accountability for. Without justice, reconciliation will be a tall order, Salutal said. He said the Gambia has made a name globally for establishing a very successful truth-seeking process, which was now very transparent, inclusive, and participatory. But from truth-seeking, it is imperative to ensure there is justice and accountability for the atrocities committed against Gambians and other West Africans, Charles added. He commended the Ministry of Justice for taking strong steps to establish a hybrid court to try Jammeh-era crimes. This is a statement of the commitment of the government to ensure the proper prosecution of perpetrators who committed crimes both under our domestic and international laws. The bar will continue to support and complement the effort of the government in the implementation of TRRC recommendations, particularly in the area of criminal accountability. He added, turning to matters of delivering justice in the Gambia court, the bar president raised issues about the challenge faced by litigants in the jurisdiction due to the long delay and difficulty faced in the enforcement of judgment. The enforcement of judgment, particularly in land matters, is fraught with serious challenges. The difficulties in the Gambia, it is not usually for litigants but to have judgment and yet unable to enforce their judgment over a number of years. After the exhibition of all appeal, he added, Tal said, the current state of affairs with regard to the enforcement of judgment is really deplorable and need urgent attention. Enforceability or undue delays to the enforcement of judgment seriously undermines the confidence in judicial process. He stated, He said while the judiciary made significant strides since 2017, the road to justice is still a paid dream for the average litigants in the Gambia and a long one for that matter. High-profile cases tend to get impeded, expected hearing, and are concluded in a relatively shorter period of time. However, the majority of cases, both civil and criminal, can take an inordinate amount of time to be included in our jurisdiction, he said. Tal added that the delay in the conclusion of cases are even more problematic in criminal cases, especially in relation to accused persons charged with non-bailable offenses or indigent defendants unable to fulfill bail's condition. These continue to add to the backlog, backlog of cases in the court system. The private bar, Ministry of Justice, the police, and the bench all have collective responsibility to do more in this regard to help expedite delivery of justice effectively and efficiently if stressed. So viewers, this is what we have for you in this edition of News Bulletin. Do join us same time, same day. I was your reporter and presenter, Omar Sani. Thank you.